The IUPAC stands for the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It is an international scientific organization not affiliated with any government that strives to advance chemistry in part by setting global standards for names, symbols, and units. Having defined naming rules to name hydrocarbons is helpful because they are currently the main source of the world's electric and heat energy, because they produce large amounts of heat when burned. In addition, many hydrocarbons serve as base materials for the synthesis of organic chemicals used in the production of consumer products and industrial materials.
Hydrocarbons are organic chemical compounds based only on the elements carbon and hydrogen. They are the main constituents of petroleum and natural gas. The three main classifications of hydrocarbons according to the bonds they have are the alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, and aromatic compounds. The alkanes have a bond, the alkenes have a double bond, the alkynes have a triple bond, and the aromatic contain a benzene ring. That is the main part of their structure.
Alkanes are hydrocarbons which contain only single bonds. They are called saturated hydrocarbons because there is a hydrogen in every possible location. This gives them the general formula, which is CnH2n+2. A set of rules for determining alkanes according to the IUPAC system are: first, identifying the carbon or the parent chain. Then, number the carbon atoms, starting from the ending closest to the substituent. Then, you need to identify the substituent or the alkyl group. Name alkene groups alphabetically, indicating the location with a number. And if the same alkene group is repeated, use the prefixes di, tri, or tetra. Then at the end, name parent chain, using the prefix plus ane. The last step is to separate the numbers from numbers with commas, and then the numbers from letters with hyphens.
Alkenes are a family of hydrocarbons containing a carbon-carbon double bond. You can work out the formula of any of them using CnH2n. The steps for determining alkenes according to the IUPAC system are the same as the alkenes steps, but only with a few differences. First, the longest chain must contain the double bond. The numbers must start from the end closest to the double bond. Indicate with a number the location with the double bond. Lastly, change the ending ane to in.
With one triple bond between carbons are called alkynes. Their molecules can vary up in sizes, most of which consist of carbon atoms attached to each other and also to hydrogen atoms. Their general formula is Cn2H2n-2. Again, the IUPAC steps for determining are the same as the alkyne group, but with some differences. Like the first one is that the longest chain must contain the triple bond. The numbers must start from the bottom, from the end closest to the triple bond. Indicate with a number the location with a triple bond and change the ending ane to ine.
Aromatic hydrocarbons are compounds that contain benzene as part of their structure. Those hydrocarbons which do not contain benzene ring are called aliphatic hydrocarbons. Benzene is a cyclic hydrocarbon with the formula C6H6. Aromatic compounds are determined depending on their number of substituents. If it only has one substituent, you write its name plus benzene. If it has two substituents, you have two options. Use the simplest numbers or use the prefixes ortho, meta, and para. And if it has three or more substituents, you only write the lowest numbers.
I think that hydrocarbons are a major source of energy in such small volumes, but we should consider looking for alternatives because of the damage these types of energy create into the environment. So in order to do that, we should show initiative by ourselves.
I think that it's important for us students to learn about this topic because hydrocarbons is an important part of organic chemistry, like it's all organic chemistry is about hydrocarbons. So if you're going to study this in the university, it is as such important part?
Well, I think that hydrocarbons can serve as another source of energy, and it is important to learn about this topic because it is practically all chemistry, like organic chemistry.
I think it is very important to know the types of bonds and hydrocarbons in general because it is part of organic chemistry, and that really helps us to understand how chemistry is made, a part of it. It's important because organic chemistry can help us in the environment, and it is a very basic part of chemistry that we all should know.
Hydrocarbons are one of the most important sources that human needs for the materials they use nowadays, for example petroleum and plastic. They are products that they use like constantly, and we have to understand how do they work.
My conclusion is that hydrocarbons are the base of energy right now in our life, but it could be used to get cleaner energy and more efficient.